Hello, hello. I am here making my medium dog bowl template. If you found this on Etsy because you already bought the template, thank you, I appreciate you. If you just got here, you have no idea what I'm talking about, the template will be in my Etsy, which is linked below. Yeah, so let's get started. I've already cut my pieces. I've cut them with 1/4 inch clay. This is reclaimed, but you can use whatever stoneware clay you want. This is my template, so these are the pieces. Cut this twice, that's the wall. So that's what I started with, I cut it, and now I'm going to bevel my ends of my walls so that they come together nicely. So I'm just gonna do one side and then flip it around and do the other side so that opposite sides of the wall are beveled. Do it on both. And voila, just like that. Now I am going to score the bevel parts of my walls here. You want to score so that they come together and the particles will combine nicely. You can slip then score, or you can score then slip. I usually score then slip, obviously. Just like that. I'm gonna put these here for now. This is the bone that I'm going to attach to it. It is optional. I'm actually going to add some lettering to it after. It's going to say food. I have my letters here. I'm just going to get them out before I get too motivated here. There's the O. I have a bit of a cold, so if I'm sniffling, that is why. D. Where's that F? It's always the last one, isn't it? It's gonna be the last. Second last. Okay. So I have my letters here. To the side. And now I've got, oh, I spilled my vinegar every time. It never fails. That's a later problem. Now I'm going to score the bottom of my base. So you can score by using your pin tool and just putting X's. I have a scoring tool, so I use that, and it's faster. I always do this on a board for easy transport. Now I'm going to attach my walls, and I want to decide what is going to be the bottom part of my walls. So this is my first piece. Oh, I'll buff that out, that's fine. When in doubt, sponge it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. Just scoring the bottom here. And I'm gonna take my vinegar from my table, I guess. No, there's not enough. Okay. I'm going to vinegar all the scored parts of every piece that I do so that they attach nicely. I prefer to use vinegar. You can use slip, or you can use water. It is entirely up to you. I just find vinegar, I just find it works better, honestly. But I think it's a personal preference thing, because I've had people say like they prefer slip. I've had people prefer water. I have actually met someone who doesn't use anything, and I feel like their stuff falls apart a lot. But that's fine. That's on them. That's not on me. Everyone's got their own process. So I'm just going to attach the first wall. Go around, make sure it's nice and flush with the edge of the base. As flush as I can, at least. Use my finger. Just go around and then gently push down so it kind of seals. There we go. And then I'm going to choose the bottom side of this wall. So yep, so I've lined up my beveled areas to make sure that they line properly. So I'll score. So I've scored that. Then take my vinegar. Every spot that is scored needs vinegar or liquid of some kind. You can even use a vinegar water mixture if you really wanted to. Okay. Now I'm going to attach that here. Again, now attach your bevel parts together at an angle. So they'll just fit together. If they don't fit together, there are ways to combat that. It'll be at the end of my large, well, towards the end of my large dog bowl demo video. There is a demo on how to do that. So if your piece is too big, you will just combine them kind of on top of each other like that. And you'll cut at an angle so that it bevels on its own. And then you'll score. If it's too short, it really depends how much you've handled your piece. For the most part, mine fit together perfectly, but things happen. If it's too short, then what you can do is just cut off another piece, put it together again, cut diagonally so that it bevels, and then attach the pieces and remove the piece that was too much, or the extra. You'll see if you do it. Check out that video. I will post in the show notes here what minute I do that demo on that video, if you really want to know. So you can just forward to that spot. Okay, so I'm just going to seal. And I'm going to push down, try to seal it all in. Next, I'm going to I'm going to use my rib, sometimes I use a finger, and I'm just going to blend my seams here. So, if you can see this. And that's how I do that. Better when I can actually see it though. Okay. You're going to do that on both sides, and you're going to do it on the inside. It's okay if it looks sloppy right now. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a little more vinegar, and I'm just going to go through the seams at the bottom of the base here, just to kind of seal it up a little better. Help prevent the cracking, and so when it's fired too, it doesn't come apart. You just want to make sure it's as sealed as you possibly can. You're also going to do this again in your leather hard stage. Once it's leather hard, you're going to want to smooth it all out again anyways. Now I want to decide, well, first I'm going to put the letters into my bone. So I want to say food. So I'm going to lightly press just to map out where my letter's going to go. If your clay is too wet, you can just put a little bit of cornstarch on here so that your letters don't stick. Or you can even do this in the leather hard stage. It's whatever you prefer. If you're brand new to this, one day I'm going to make a video of like from start to finish, like you're brand spanking new, you don't know anything video, and explain all this to you. I'm going to have to script that one. It sounds like a lot of work. Anyways, so this is food. I'm going to score the back of this one. Side. I'm going to decide where I want this to go, and I'm going to use my template, and I'm just going to lightly outline. So I want it to go right here. I like putting it on the seam to kind of hide a little bit of the imperfections from the seam. And I'm just going to outline it just lightly. You don't need to go crazy. Yeah, so I have a very rough, light outline there. And I'm going to score that spot too. Scored. And same thing as the walls, vinegar. Vinegar on this side. I'm going to place the scored pieces together like so, and then I'm just going to lightly press to seal it up. We're crooked here. There we go. It's crooked. That's okay. There we go. Okay. You can even, if you have a roller, you can even roll it. Try and seal that up. And it's on there. Now I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to smooth out the seams, smooth out any holes that you see, any imperfections. But remember, you're going to do this again at the leather hard stage, so you don't have to be perfect with it right off the bat. Oh, also go around the seam of your bone, sorry, just to make sure it's all sealed up. Go around the seams of your bone with the paintbrush and the vinegar or water or slip. And then you're going to clean it up. I like to start with the inside usually. This one, the bone's bugging me a little bit because I had it crooked, so I just need to fix that, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm using my sponge, wet sponge I should say. And I'm going over the seams, on the inside, smoothing things out. Gonna go over the seam again with my paintbrush, just make sure it's all good. So you don't want it to look cracked, especially when it's in wet phase. Like it might crack a little as it's drying. And in the leather hard stage, it's going to be very, very important that you try to seal that up, or it's going to crack in the kiln, and you don't want that. Okay. Smoothing out the outside. Now remember, you are going to go back when it's leather hard, so it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect yet, but the closest you can get to perfect, the better. The less work it is for you later. Also, it's handmade, so perfect sometimes just isn't a thing. It's perfect to you, perfect to your clients, perfect to the people who support you and want to buy your stuff. And voila. Right, that is the medium dog bowl. So I also have the small, the large, and the extra large up on my Etsy, and I have videos for all of them. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I want to see what you've done, so tag me on Instagram. It's at Lavender and Crow. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching. Grab your template and enjoy. Show me what you did. Bye.